This story is based on a true story in one of an African village in Uganda. So as a creator, I used AI voice to narrate this heartbreaking story to my viewers. And here it goes. In my dusty village nestled between the rolling hills of Mountain Elgon in eastern Uganda, the air was always filled with the scent of firewood smoke and the songs of crickets at night. Sarah lived in a tiny grass-thatched hut with her grandmother Deborah, a wrinkled woman whose hands told the story of many seasons spent tilling the dry earth. Sarah was 17, with bright eyes that sparkled whenever she spoke about her dreams. She often said, "Jaja, grandmother, one day I will go to the city and look for a job. I will buy you sugar and a mattress." Deborah would smile softly, her voice trembling. My grandchild, may God open your path." Life was hard in the village. The rains came late, and food was never enough. Yet their love for each other was deep and warm. Deborah had raised Sarah since she was 5, after her parents died of HIV. The girl's beauty had started to attract attention from young men in the trading center, especially Paul, a boda, a motorbike rider, who always came by with sweet words and promises. At first, Sarah ignored him, but he kept coming, bringing chapatis, soda, and telling her she was the most beautiful girl in the whole sub-county. His smooth words made her blush. She began sneaking to see him behind the banana plantation in the evenings. After months of secret meetings, Sarah realized she had missed her monthly periods. Fear gripped her heart. She knew her grandmother would be heartbroken. She kept it a secret until her stomach began to swell slightly. When she finally told Paul, his face changed. "Sarah, I'm not ready for a child. My job doesn't even bring enough money to look after us. You have to find a way and remove it." Those words cut through her heart. She cried for nights, hiding under the thin blanket, afraid to tell her grandmother the truth. One day, desperate and frightened, she went to a woman in the nearby trading center rumored to help girls with problems. The woman gave her bitter herbs and told her to drink them. That night, Sarah bled heavily. She screamed in pain, but bit her lips to stop herself. She didn't want her grandmother to know. By morning, she was weak, trembling, and pale. Blood had soaked through the mat she slept on. When Deborah entered the hut, she froze. "Greater than Sarah, what have you done to yourself?" Tears rolled down the old woman's face as she carried her granddaughter in her arms, rushing her to the health center 3 kilometers away. The nurse shook her head gravely. "She's lost a lot of blood. This is a dangerous abortion. She needs urgent care." Days passed. Sarah survived, but not fully. Her womb was damaged, and she was told she might never have children again. When the nurse broke the news, she wept uncontrollably. Deborah sat beside her, holding her hand. "My grandchild," she whispered, "you have made a mistake, but you are still my blood. What matters now is that you live." Sarah never saw Paul again. He fled the village when people started talking. Shame hung over her like a shadow. Some neighbors gossiped and pointed whenever she passed by, but her grandmother never left her side. Every morning, the two would sit under the mango tree behind their hut. Sarah would shell beans while her grandmother told her stories of her youth, stories of loss, forgiveness, and hope. Months later, Sarah began helping at the village clinic as a cleaner. She spoke softly to young girls who came for help, telling them, "Don't hide your pain. Talk to someone before it's too late." She had turned her tragedy into a lesson for others. Though her dreams had changed, her heart had grown stronger. Deborah often said, "Pain teaches us what no book can teach." And so in our quiet Ugandan village, Sarah lived on, scarred but wiser, wounded but full of compassion. Moral of the story: 1. Secrets can destroy, but truth can heal. 2. A grandmother's love can carry even the deepest wounds. 3. Every mistake can become a message, if the heart chooses to learn. If this video touched your heart, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and drop a comment below. More stories are coming soon. Thanks for watching.